me, you're going to want to know about this. So if you can be on today, we'll record the session, but today at 11 in this Zoom room. 1 o'clock today, Rainmaker Mastermind. Mastermind week continues with the Rainmakers, all of you awesome people running teams today at 1 o'clock with Rick in the Zoom room. Today also all day, starting at 10 o'clock to 6 o'clock. It's a session for KW Cares. It's a fundraiser for KW Cares. It's called 100X Your Business, 100 times your business, with Gary Keller himself and top agents around the globe who are going to be online all day long, and panels set up by Gary. It's kind of like going to Mega Camp for $15, guys. $15 contributed to KW Cares. It's there to support all of us when we need that support. And it's a great opportunity. I know you're busy, got a lot going on today on this gorgeous day, but I'm sure you'll have some downtime. Just log on and you can watch for a few minutes, see what's going on. You will take away something of value for your business. I guarantee it. $15 to KW Cares. Rick is going to share, and if he hasn't done it already, in the chat, the link. Rick, if you would share that, there you go. You can just click on that. It's really easy to register and just contribute $15 to KW Cares. It's an awesome session today, guys. Everybody is talking about it, and it does kick off at 10 o'clock on the dot with Gary Keller. So if you can be on for that to get things started, and throughout the day, whenever you can, with all these amazing people. And these are just some of the highlight spotlighted agents, and Mo Anderson as well. There's going to be more. So that's all day today, guys. Also today's a busy day. Today at 4 o'clock is Ignite. Again, it continues Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for the next 4 weeks. Today in the Zoom room, Ignite, 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Jumping ahead to October 14th, we're going to have a regional mega camp. The region is throwing this, guys. It's really for free for all of us. You don't want to miss this. October 14th. More details will be coming out about it. It's going to be pretty much an all-day event. And it's again thrown by the region. Michael Brand, our regional director, is bringing in Chris Suarez. Just one person he's bringing in, Chris Suarez, running one of the largest, if not the largest, expansion teams in this country, with Ben Kinney. He's going to be on the session with us, as well as other guests. So look for more information on that, October 14th. And we will also be live streaming that event in Stanford and in Ridgefield. So it will be live streaming in the training rooms, and we will provide lunch. Is that an incentive for you, perhaps? So look for more information on that, guys. October 14th, put it on your calendar. October 20th and 21st, Business Planning Clinic, one of my favorite KW courses of all time. Business Planning Clinic to help you plan 2022. That's going to be with Gene Rivers. It's going to be on Zoom. It's going to be amazing. It's a two-day class in the afternoon. I believe it's all afternoon both days. Is that right, Debbie Orr? You shaking your head? Is that right? Yeah. 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Thank you, Donna. All right, cool. Both days, the 20th and 21st. But again, we'll be sending out more information about that. Almost 600 of you need to be on that session, those days, to plan next year with Gene Rivers. I mean, I just want to bow down to this guy. He's incredible. One of the best trainers in this company. Okay, I'm done talking. And we're going to live stream that too. Live stream that in both market centers. So you can come in, we'll provide food. It'll be just a grand old time. All right, today we're going to spotlight what I'm going to call ongoing every month, our legal corner. And today we have Ariane O'Donnell. Ariane is with us today, and she's got some valuable
information. We have, of course, our mortgage minute.
Wait, say it again. Oh, I'm sorry. I jumped ahead. Ariane, give me 1 second. 1 second. I am so sorry. Okay, who from Westport Mortgage is talking to us today? Nancy.
Yay! Hey, Steve. How you doing? Hi, KW 203. Let's just change this. Sorry, Ariane, but it's nice to see you. When I've come in, I've looked for you because we've worked together, and I'm like, where is she? Not there, but anyway, so it's nice to see you here in your square.
See you soon.
Thank you. So, okay, so happy last day of the third quarter, everybody. It's a beautiful, sunny last day, which is great. So I like the fourth quarter because I do like to start to plan for my next year and kind of look at where I was this year, what I liked about what I did, what I thought I could have improved on, and kind of make an action plan and start to think about it, because I just find it a little helpful. It's like in my brain. So, we've been talking about inflation is coming, it's coming, like we're seeing it in the supply chain, and now it's here because the dollar store has announced that it is raising prices up from $1. And I always thought they had things in there that were cost a little bit more, but like that is the real deal of how inflation is affecting us and stuff. It kind of makes me chuckle a little bit, and yet it's a funny type of thing. So anywho, and again, that's just how it goes. But Paul, I think Paul last week talked about moving up buyers. And so I kind of wanted to mention about kind of right sizing, downsizing, moving out buyers, because there still isn't a lot of inventory. And I know it's slowed down a little bit, but I was reading that, okay, things have simmered a little bit. Home prices aren't really going to simmer as much. I was reading this article in Forbes yesterday about it, and it just kind of confirmed other things that I'd read, but that there will be a lot more houses on the market, and a lot of them will be folks who are right sizing, as Karen reminds me to say, but they're going to possibly be moving out. And the good thing about this is that millennials are now hitting their 30s, and there are this year 4.8 million millennials coming into the age of 30. Next year, 4.8 million. The next year, 4.8 million. That's a lot of youngsters who now have families or are starting families. A little later, they start families, which is fine, but they're starting families now. And so they need homes, and the suburbs are going to be hot. So this is great for us. However, interest rates will probably tick up a little bit, as they have in the past couple of weeks, which is fine. They're still super low, but this just means I need to really find out and speak with people ahead of time, structure what they're going to do, because you guys are still going to be super busy next year. It just might be a little more like normalish in a way, maybe a little more negotiation type of thing. So maybe a few more renovation loans we'll be doing than we had been doing this year. So that's kind of my mortgage minute. I'm happy to see you, and you have a wonderful day. And
thank you, Nancy, and forgive me for almost skipping over you guys. Please forgive me.
You know what? I'm the middle of 5 kids. If I need to be heard,
speak up.
I will speak up. Yeah,
awesome.
Thank you.
All right. So now, without further ado, we're going to move on to our legal corner with Ariane O'Donnell. Ariane, take it away, please.
Thank you very much. Hi, everybody, and nice to see you in your square too, Nancy. My desk, I'm attorney Ariane O'Donnell, and I have a desk in Keller Williams, which is across the way from the conference room. I am in and out a lot, so I guess our timing was off, but always feel free to email me if you ever have any questions. So today I'm going to talk about deposits. I have 3 different stories about deposits that have happened along the way. The first one is the binder deposit. So there have been a lot of kind of qualifying wording put on in terms of inspections. A lot of phrasing has been for informational purposes only and things like that, in order to get a buyer's offer accepted during some of these crazy times. And I had a client who was a seller who had the binder, whose buyer did have not only the informational purposes language, but also a Hubbard clause. Sure enough, the buyers go through the inspection and decide that they don't want to do it. They took a while to do the inspection. That was a problem. And then they finally got it done, and there were some problems. And so they wanted to back out. Well, the seller was really mad and did not want to return the deposit, the binder deposit, which we did actually have. And so that was a little bit of an argument. But what I tried to explain to the seller, and finally got through to her, is that unfortunately the Hubbard clause alone is enough to just ruin the whole thing. That she had absolutely no ability to keep the money based on that. But the main story is the informational purposes language. I think if you put language that says, subject to major repairs.
Or safety, yeah.
Yeah, something to qualify it further, to make sure that someone can back out if there really is something serious, so that they don't have to take it. And then no one has to fight over the binder. So that was my first story.
Cool.
My second story is there was a standard contract that was done, a standard real estate contract, bar real estate contract, which we attorneys don't love. We like to rely on our own contracts, but there are times when there are these standard contracts, especially when we're dealing with other counties, that they like to have them. And the deposit was under the contract was not made. And deposit is consideration for a contract. So it's very important that those deposits get made, because what happened is that the seller got another offer and was able to back out because they did not receive any deposit. It is very important to make sure that, especially with those standard contracts that always seem to have dates on them with the second deposit being due, to make sure that those second deposits are actually turned over, because that is a basis that the seller can withdraw from the contract, and there's nothing that the buyer can do. And my third story deals with a seller who's selling a house, and the buyer had asked for extension after extension after extension for the mortgage and the closing date. And it kept going on forever. And finally, at one point, the buyer just couldn't perform. We don't know what the problem was or whatever, but because these extensions were granted, the deposit gets returned back to the buyer, and there's nothing that the seller can do. And the seller was fine with it and understood their liability of what would happen, that the possibility of them backing out. They understood that, and they were fine with that. But it's just something to make sure that your client is aware that when these extensions are requested, that it does still have an opportunity for the buyer to withdraw from the transaction, and it could happen. So I hope those are helpful deposit
Absolutely.
stories.
Yeah, absolutely helpful. Who knew? 3 separate stories about deposits that are real valid, especially in today's market, right?
Mhm.
I
Yes.
see there's a bunch of comments and people are very much appreciating that, Ariane. So guys, if you have any more questions about that or anything legal, reach out to Ariane. Again, she's down in the Stanford office most of the time, but just reach out to her with any questions. Cool. All right,
Thank you so
our
much.
time is up. Thanks, Ariane. All right, guys, have a great day. See you later.
Bye.